Triumph have released details of the new 2023 Street Triple range. There's an entry-level R in Silver Ice and Crystal White. There's an RS in Silver Ice, Carnival Red and Cosmic Yellow. And then there's a Moto 2 Special Edition in Triumph Racing Yellow or Crystal White. Here's the Speed Triple R. Base model, still a very high-spec bike though. And the Speed Triple RS, get a few little upgrades, and definitely worth the upgrade on the money. And then there's a big leap to the Speed Triple Moto 2 edition, which looks the business. But peak power is 120 PS for the entry-level 765R, 130 for the RS and the Moto 2. Peak torque's up to 8 Nm on all models. They all have cornering ABS and cornering traction control, and they all have a up and down quick shifter. So what's common about these bikes? Well, they all share the same frame. They all share the twin-sided cast aluminium alloy swing arm. The front and rear wheels are the same size. The front and rear tyres are the same size. And they all have a Brembo single piston caliper at the rear. That's about it. This is where the changes start happening now. Well, on the Street Triple R you get Continental Conti Road tyres, and on the Street Triple RS and the Special Edition you're getting Diablo Super Corsa SP version 3s. The front suspension on the entry-level R is a Showa 41mm upside down big piston separate function forks. So we've got a spring in one fork, and then we've got compression and rebound damping in the other fork. It's cheaper to make them that way. Once you go to the RS, you've got a spring in each fork, still a 41mm Showa, but you've got a spring in each fork, and each fork has a compression and rebound damping adjustment. Once we go up to the Moto 2 edition, then we've got an Öhlins. On the rear, again, on the entry-level R, you've got a Showa shock, but it's still preload and compression and rebound damping adjustable. And then on the RS and the Special Edition, we've got an Öhlins STX40 on the rear. So all three bikes have a different suspension setup. As for the front brakes, you've got a Brembo M432 on the front of the R, and I think I had those on my Triumph Tiger 1200. Absolutely stunning caliper, loved it to bits, couldn't fault it, and that was hauling down a big heavy load, so fantastic brake. And they upgrade that to Stylema 4s on the RS and the Special Edition. You'll also see that the entry-level R, I don't know why I keep calling it entry-level, it's not really entry-level, but you'll also see that the R model has an integrated handlebar master cylinder reservoir for the front brake, and the RS and the Special Edition get a Brembo master brake cylinder. So there's a big change there. Difference you'll see is the multifunction TFT, which kind of comes off the Tiger Sport 660. That looks very familiar. And they've got a 5-inch TFT on the R and the on the RS and the Special Edition. So that's some of the main fundamental differences. But there are some chassis differences as well, which we'll have a look and see how they have an impact on the bike. You can see as we go through the range, the forks get steeper, going from 23.7 to 23 degrees. That's shortening the trail and basically speeding up the handling of this bike a little bit as we go up the range. As a result of these suspension and geometry changes though, you can see the seat heights creeping up and the wheelbase is getting shorter. So it's getting a more agile bike, but a little bit more height. But fear not, there is a low seat, of course, reducing that by about 30mm. And a linkage can be changed on the suspension by your dealer, which will lower that another 10mm as well. So there's a size for everybody. The only other differences I can see with the chassis or the dimensions are the Moto 2 edition has a 765mm handlebar, 27mm narrower than the other two bikes. I'm assuming that's because racers want to tuck in a little bit more, perhaps. I don't know. You tell me. Let's have a look at some of these bikes visually, starting off with the 765R. Well, one of the first things you can easily see is obviously the handlebar mounted mirrors, whereas the other two have bar and mirrors. So this is it in crystal white, the other colour being silver ice, which is shown here in the video. Look at that master cylinder there, that's the only one on the entry-level R, and I'm telling you, it looks identical to the master cylinder on my 1995 Daytona 1200. It just shows, look, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's a perfectly good master cylinder. The finish on the end of the exhaust can here is a bit different from the others. Looks just like a bit of brushed aluminium or aluminum. Nice, usual Triumph standard, lush paintwork, deep, glossy. You can get a tail tidy, but I have to say that tail to me looks bloody tidy in the first place. I think the white looks better in this R model. No remote preload adjust, but that's typical of these type of bikes. It's across the range, no remote preload adjust, because it's only going to be the rider, and you're occasionally going to take a backpack or something like that. This isn't a touring bike. You're unlikely to change that preload once you've set it up from new. So if you buy one of these and you're a heavy guy, make sure you change that preload. It'll make a big difference to this bike. If you're a heavy guy, change that bloody preload. Once you've done it, it's done. Silver ice. Looks nice. I think the white looks better. Now, if anything was going to push you to the RS, it's this dash. It's obviously off the Tiger Sport 660. A lot of people don't like the white lining around the outside and prefer the look of the Trident one. To me, if you walked in the showroom, the difference in price is €1,700 between the R and this RS here now, and I think most people are going to stump up for it. This comes in 3 colours now, so we've got Silver Ice, same as the R, Carnival Red and Cosmic Yellow. The fact that Triumph use the Carnival Red in a lot of their release material and videos and their websites and stuff like that, I think that they think that's going to be the most popular colour, and I think it'll be the most popular colour as well. At the end of this video, check out, if you're subscribed to my channel, I think you can see a poll I'll do, and I'm going to do a poll on what you think the best colour is in the RS range, which you would buy if you were going to buy it. Notice here now on the RS we've also got a seat cowl, and that's colour coordinated. You can buy it as an accessory for the R. The TFT is much nicer, of course, and we've got a different N-can look. The different Stylema brake calipers up front. Everyone's going to take that reflector off the front of that caliper. I don't mind reflectors on bikes, but it looks bloody horrible on that caliper. Silver Ice and Carnival Red. Yeah, that red is popping. I bet it's even better in the showroom. Belly pan, which doesn't come on the R, but again, you can buy it as a colour coordinated option on the R. Yeah, it's bound to be the big seller, isn't it, the RS? It probably was in the last edition. We have the Olins instead of the shower on the rear for the RS, but we still have shower up front. And there's our interchangeable seat cowl and rear pillion seat. And the unmistakable, everybody knows that's a Triumph when you see that picture. The 5-inch TFT, very familiar to me. They had those on the Triumph Tiger 1200, and it's a great screen. I think it's a great size, a perfect size. Now you can see we've got the different front reservoir on there now because we've got a Brembo master cylinder. What's next? Well, the Moto 2 Special Edition. I've heard people complaining about the Special Edition. Geez, is anybody fed up with Triumph Special Editions? No, absolutely not. No one's making you buy them. I think Triumph are very dynamic in the way they bring out the Special Editions. It keeps everything vibrant, fresh, alive. I love it. I love the Special Editions. And a little bit of exclusivity. This Moto 2 edition, they're going to make 765 in each colour. So that's the Crystal White and then the Triumph Racing Yellow. I reckon the Triumph Racing Yellow is going to outsell the Crystal White 10 to 1. And little carbon touches everywhere. Yeah, get rid of that reflector. It looks like someone sliced an orange and put that on the side of the bike. carbon fibre look belly pan, whether it's that carbon fibre or carbon fibre look, I don't know, but still achieves the same result, looks lovely. Notes the gold fork stanchions, which is only on the special edition. A nice accent on that front mudguard, very nice, that carbon look mudguard. So this is one of the big changes here now for the special edition, those front forks, Öhlins up the front. Öhlins at the back, which is the same that's on the back of the RS. Colour match seat cowl, seat underneath, comes as standard. And as I say, 765 to match the CCs of the bike. 765 in each colour. Now guys, there is a Triumph Racing Yellow RS. Now you're not to go out and buy those and pretend you've got the Moto 2 edition. Right. Rider modes, usual stuff. The carbon look to the front of that. $15-litre tanks on these. Yeah, looks the business, really pops. And of course it wouldn't be Triumph if there wasn't an accessory option for everything. Lovely little colour coordinated fly screens. You can change those plastic brake reservoir for nice aluminium machined ones, front and rear. You can actually even get cruise control on the RS and the Moto 2 edition, and a bunch of other stuff like that, tyre pressure monitoring, all the usual stuff, all the usual extras. So that's it, that's my roundup, the 765 RS for 2023. Looks great. Don't forget, check out my poll. If you had to buy one and you were going to buy the RS, which of the three colours would you choose? I know which I'd go for. But what is it? Yeah, they don't actually care. They don't care, Tom. They don't care what colour you prefer.